Hello, everyone. Greetings from Profen headquarters in Istanbul, Turkey. We have participants waiting still, so let's wait for another minute or two. And then we will start introducing you our amazing product spectrum analyzer. Now I will be on mute just for another minute, and then we will start. Okay, hello again. Participants keep coming, so they keep coming, so it's good. It's good to have such interest for our amazing product spectrum analyzer. Now I will slowly start our webinar. Again, for the new participants, greetings from Istanbul, our headquarters from Turkey. And this is Özlem Kılınç. I am the Senior Channel Development Specialist working in the Business Development team for the Profen Group itself. And today, first, I would like to introduce you briefly our company. In the next slide, you will see some brief information. Our group was established in 1995, so we have more than 28 years of experience. We are experienced in the communication technologies, and we have satellite background. At the moment, our headquarters is in Istanbul, Turkey, but we have offices in Ankara and Konya, and also we have presence and another offices in UK and Azerbaijan. We are a global group company. So we have more than 450 employees, and we are working with suppliers and clients worldwide. We can provide system integration services, and we have the capacity and capabilities to manufacture communication technology solutions from antennas to spectrum analyzers and software such as Visionic, which we did in the previous Profen Tech Days. So please watch if you didn't already. And we have our in-house R&D, which enables us to produce custom-based or project-based solutions for our clients as well. More importantly, we are the first company which owns a private teleport in Konya, Turkey, and data center, 2 data centers, both in the capital of Turkey, Ankara, and also in Konya. In the next slide, you can see the structure and the fields of activity of the Profen Group. We are active in the communication technologies. So we have a communication technology group. We serve to clients worldwide. Again, our office in UK is more segmented for the space. And we are providing capacity solutions with Profen satellite services. Our another company, which is in Ankara, which is the capital of Turkey, is working for the defense technologies. And in the headquarters, we have Profen Communication Technologies as well. Our two other companies are working for first Profen EPC, Energy Procurement and Construction, and Life Sciences, which are called the fun part with the cosmetics, with the restaurants and other things that gives ease and a fun joy to your lives. And now I will introduce you to my team, beloved team, Durmuş Kutay. He is the director of the Profen Group product development team. And Büşra Sert, she's our beloved engineer, again, working for the product development team. Now I will leave it to them because they are the most experienced and capable team to introduce you to the real-time spectrum analyzer, which is, again, designed and developed by Profen Group. So enjoy. Thank you.
Thank you, Özlem. My name is Durmuş Kutay. I am Product Development Director at Profen Group for a while. First of all, I would like to thank you for your participation in our event. Today's event, we will try to introduce our state-of-the-art product Profen Nspector spectrum analyzer. I am sure everyone who is in satellite, terrestrial, wireless communication, or in an electronic device design or testing familiar with the spectrum analyzer. We all know that it is widely used in monitoring carriers, satellite, terrestrial network, detecting jamming signal or interferences on satellite transmitter or terrestrial transmitters, measuring RF signal in especially Earth station to ensure signal quality. EMC testing is another area to ensure that electronic device can meet the required standard, and lots of other area that RF signal exists. Next slide, please. Yeah, I guess it is not wrong to put spectrum analyzers into two groups according to their usage area. As you see on slide, in the first group, there are lab type measurement devices like Keysight, Roden, Schwarz, and Resu. All you know, they are good, big, and expensive measurement devices, and they are mainly used for very precise measurements in labs or test room environments. In the second group, there are devices not only aimed at lab use, but also especially targeting carrier monitoring, interference detection and analysis, alarm triggering, signal tracking, etc. Our product, Nspector, is the leading product in this group with the state-of-the-art features and capabilities. During our presentation, may pass another slide, Büşra. Thank you. During our presentation, we will try to introduce our product details as much as possible. My colleague Büşra will do the presentation, and I will be online for your question or the chat tool at the bottom of the session window. Please do not hesitate to ask any question during the session or afterward. We will try to answer them immediately if possible. If not, we will give you feedback by email later if you drop your email with your question. Thank you in advance again for your participation, and Büşra, your turn.
Thank you. Greetings, everyone. I'm Büşra and working as a product development engineer at Profen. I'm delighted to share some information about our spectrum analyzer today. Please feel free to ask me anything else you need to know. And I'm here not only to ensure you are well informed our product, but also help you during and after the webinar. Thank you kindly for your time and attention. Before we get started, I just want to remind you that there's a link to our product in the chat box. So with that being said, let's get started with our journey together. Profen Nspector D6R and D6P is a real-time spectrum analyzer. While D6R represents our rack type model, D6P refers to our portable model. And thanks to its wide dynamic range, it measures and analyzes RF signals from 70 MHz to 6 GHz with high accuracy. And our spectrum analyzer utilizes the latest digital technology and fast Fourier transform to perform fast and accurate measurements. Additionally, we offer 3 different models tailored to your needs: 1-channel or 8-channel rack type, as well as we have portable model. And if you could look here, there's our one channel rack type model, and here's our multiport with 8-channel model. And this one distinguishes itself with its outstanding feature, allowing user to analyze from 8 different sources. And now here's our portable model. as you can see here. And I like to delve deeper into the specific feature and capabilities of the Profen Nspector D6R and D6P models. Firstly, you can easily access the device remotely. All you need is a standard web browser. And also it's possible for multiple users logging into the system at the same time and take measurements. Moreover, it has an amazing spectrum feature that can help you analyze constantly changing signals and detect interferences. It's a great tool if you need to quickly analyze complex signals and better understanding what's going on, and I will return this point later. Another great feature is enabling frequency mask triggering mode, and since this mode simplifies tracking entire signal spectrum and makes it very minute, we can say that is a game changer, and I look forward to providing you with more information about this feature also. And finally, I'm excited to share that our spectrum analyzer displays up to 20 carriers on the screen with carrier monitoring mode. And as I mentioned earlier, our rack type multiport model with 8 channel is capable of displaying RF signals from 8 different sources simultaneously, and I can't wait to share more details on this feature soon also. And now let me quickly mention the main screen. On the far left are side controls. You can find the display mode here, and you can perform recording here and start frequency, center frequency, and end frequency here, and gain and reference levels are executed from here. And that's basically what it is. And I would more than to be happy offer you more detailed explanation of the usage and the distinctive characteristic of our device. Therefore, let's look at first the configuration menu. You can manage device and interface configuration under this menu. And if you select the use configuration at boot button, it ensures that the configuration are recorded and the last configuration information is sent to the device when the interface is open. And this means that your settings are saved and transmitted without any need for manual updates. And here are monitor menu. You'll need to access this menu to switch between different monitoring modes. The default mode is sweep mode, but you can also switch to zero span and real-time modes. And also you can enable the spectrogram feature from here, and you can manage trace settings here. Now let's look at the power of the spectrogram. Spectrograms are used in spectrum analyzer to provide more detailed and comprehensive representation of signals frequency content over time. When examining a spectrogram, it's essential to keep in mind that both the spectrum image and the spectrum time trace are plotted together. We can see how the spectrum image changes over time by looking at the frequency axis. At the same time, observing changes on the time axis allow us to track how our signals evolve. For instance, we might notice color transition, indicating the presence of interferences and noises. And as you can see here and there, where there's a color transition. But if you could look here, there's no color transition, so that means there's no interferences at all. And this can help us pinpoint and troubleshoot issues more effectively. And real-time spectrum analysis is another analysis mode. There's an FPS parameter in this mode, which helps in creating persistent image frames within a second. This feature comes in handy when dealing with signals that are too quick to be seen on a signal spectrum. Different colors on the chart illustrates the intensity and the frequency of the signal, and the blue area indicates a low density value, while the red area represent the high density value. And when it comes to markers, you can add over the trace, as you can see here, by using marker menu in this mode as well. And now zero spot analysis. By utilizing the spectrum analyzer in the same manner as an oscilloscope, you can easily obtain the measurements and along with the time axis at a specific frequency. As far as I can tell, it's really useful tool for analyzing signals and getting more detailed information about specific frequencies, such as extracting antenna patterns. Now you can see here, it's a really beneficial feature if you are an antenna operator. And now the spectrum traces. And traces are used basically in spectrum analyzer to visualize and display the frequency components of a signal. Our system offers a really useful feature that you can use or that you can choose different colors for different traces. This makes it easier to analyze and understand different signals. And there are 3 types of spectrum traces that you can use in our system. The first one is called clear and bright, which is basically shows the scan spectrum on the signal on the screen. And the second one is called max hold, which is the trace that holds the maximum value and displays the highest amplitude value at each frequency point over a certain period of time. And finally, there is a min hold, which is the trace that holds the minimum value and displays the lowest amplitude at each frequency point over a certain period of time. It's really a useful tool for detecting weak signals or noise in a frequency band. And here is the marker menu. Adding markers and configuring them while monitoring the spectrum, you can make it under this menu. When looking at the spectrum display, it's possible to read the value of a specific value and the level of a specific signal, adding marker to it. Take M1 marker. For instance, by examining it, you can find its frequency and the signal strength here. And by adding a marker to the spectrum display, it becomes effortless to read the value of a particular signal. And our system has 9 markers. These markers can be used also as a delta marker, and which gives the difference between 2 selected markers, allow the user to measure the frequency separation between 2 signals. And this feature useful for a variety of applications, such as measuring the frequency spacing between channels in a communication system, or measuring the frequency separation between 2 harmonic components of a signal. And lastly, our analysis menu. In this menu, you can manage analysis types, notification settings, and spectrum lines available in sweep mode. Additional 2 important features can be accessed here: carrier monitoring and frequency triggering mask mode. This feature can be incredibly useful, and I will explain them in a split second. First one is carrier monitoring. Our spectrum analyzer displays up to 20 carriers on the screen with this mode. To select carriers in the spectrum display area, simply use your mouse, and once you have chosen your requested carriers, they will appear in the carrier list for your reference, and from there you can easily edit the settings of the each selected carrier. And as you may already know, satellite carriers consist of multiple channels. Let's think about one satellite that has numerous carriers, each containing several channels. Imagine you're a TV operator and want to display these carriers on one screen. Fortunately, there's a way to do this. By using this specific mode, you can easily select the carriers and then monitor them on the same screen. Alternatively, by connecting 8 ports to 8 different signal sources, by using our multi-port model, you can display carriers from 8 different sources, up to 8 different sources. And at the same time, you can define max and minimum threshold values from here. Then by activating or enabling the alarms, if the signal exceeds, you can find the relevant under the relevant carrier. Or if the notifications are turned on, they can send notification in the form of SNMP or an email. So we
I
have
would like to step in just briefly, sorry, because it's beautiful that we would like to keep this screen just for a while. You know, Nspector is, although we are having this webinar at the moment, we have many broadcasters interested in this product, and in some of them we already deployed. We have some contractual parts as well. So what they liked about this, but even this multi-channel version, the layout, the interface is so clean. The operators can easily monitor for each port or each channel what they would like to monitor. So it is a clean interface. The beauty of it is up to 8 channels, up to 8 ports. They can select different ports. They can see them on the same screen without going back and forth. So it is beautiful and very useful for the broadcasters. And again, you know, we also have a teleport that I mentioned in the early webinar. So we also have this real-time spectrum analyzer in our teleport. So we are the first customer. Again, as for many other products, we are the first customer of the Nspector. So it is an excellent product, and I would like to mention specifically that we received seriously positive feedbacks from many customers all around the world. So sorry for interrupting, but this is the beautiful part that we receive, you know, compliments. So I wanted to highlight this. Büşra, we are back to you. Okay, thank you.
Thank you for your cooperation. And now let's continue. So we have selected our carriers, and let's examine how our system decides which carrier goes into the alarm. We have 2 options, line and point. In the line option, the system immediately triggers an alarm if the signal surpasses the set threshold value. In other words, if the signal exceeds the threshold value at any point, the system goes into the alarm. On the other hand, using the point section, there's a trigger structure based on whether the specified point exceeds the defined threshold value. As you will see here, the specified point, and if it is, the system goes into the alarm. And now, last but by no means least, here's our last feature, and that I will mention, frequency mask triggering. We were looking into whether or not one of our carriers exceed the threshold level in the carrier monitoring mode. Luckily, we can monitor and control the entire spectrum. To achieve this, we are implemented a rolling mask that occurs when you define the frequency mask triggering points, determining the threshold values, and if a signal penetrates the mask, it turns red, and we receive a notification through SNMP or an email. It's a great system that keeps us informed and on top of any potential issues, especially it comes in handy if you are a satellite operator. So that brings us to the end. I hope you found everything you were looking for and enjoyed listening to it. We can get your question now, and I will let you along with my colleague Durmuş to get your answer. Have a great week. Take care.
Thank you, Büşra. It was amazing. Thank you.
Thank you.
Guys, we would like to be happy to answer your question if there is.
I think I received a chat message directly because I was mentioning about the broadcasters. Yes, we can do the demo version, but we need a written request. So my information, we already have your information, and we will share the presentation with you after the webinar. And then for any kind of demo request, you can directly get in touch with me. So we will be in close contact with you for the follow-up. Thank you. And keep waiting from us, keep waiting the webinar and contact from us, or else you can directly get in touch with me. Thank you.
I have another question, which is about input ports. Yes, rack type product has 8 RF port, and each one can be connected each different source. For example, each different satellite, and you can simultaneously monitor signal or carriers from 8 different satellites. Another question. I think there is no other question. As I said at the beginning, we will be happy to answer any question regarding this product or any other Profen products. Please keep communication with us. Thank you again for your participation in this event. Hopefully, we will meet again in another Tech Days. Thank you.
Absolutely. We would like to thank you. Also, I'd like to thank you on behalf of my team. Thank you, Büşra. Thank you, Durmuş. It was amazing today. And for the upcoming events, international events or exhibitions, if you would like to get in touch with us for the meeting request, again, I will be happy to arrange a meeting so you can see closely our amazing product Nspector and see it on the work. So have a lovely day and thank you again.